Welcome back to another episode of the Domonique Brand Show. I was debating about if I wanted to share this or not, and I decided I'm going to share it. These are some of the things that we go through in life, some of these moments that tapping all the words out to me just wouldn't give it the light that I wanted on it. So a couple weeks ago, I had some pain in my leg, my lower left leg, and it was swollen and just crazy stuff. So that pain had increased. So I got rushed to the emergency room, and I was just sitting there like, what is wrong with me? So they did all this testing, and I went for an ultrasound, and they said, you have a blood clot in your left leg. And I was like, oh, really? So we talked a little bit about a plan, and that plan led to me coming back in 2 weeks today just to see what it was doing. The plan involved just me, doing a couple things in the hopes of that it would dissolve and break apart, or just some things that the results would be favorable, right? So when I got those results, left the hospital and everything, I told my family, told my friends, my close circle about what was going on. They were scared, they were shocked, my mom, a wreck. And then I told my kids, and my kids were like, oh, okay, can we eat Chick-fil-A today? So, I tend to talk like this, I don't have like the, I guess I wasn't worried about it to deliver it in a way to my children that they would see a difference in me and they would be concerned. So that response is normal for them. But some of my close friends, they were, asking me, how did I feel? Was I worried about it? And I was like, no, I'm not worried about it. And they were like, really? I was like, no, I'm not. I really wasn't. And, they give you the information, right? All the things that a blood clot could do, right? It could be a scary thing for some. And a lot of people had some experiences with this, with it going to your lungs, people surviving, people not surviving, different things like that. But I just didn't have that on my mind. I moved on for my little 2 weeks, and I really I have fun in my life. I'm out in the yard, supposed to be raking the leaves up with the kids, but I'm planting them. Move on and record some podcasts with some guests, and I'm out hanging with my friends, and I carry on with my. I think some of you saw my stories from Sunday. Every Sunday we make funnel cakes at the house and watch movies and stuff. It's our favorite thing, and I'm just starting to share a lot more of what I do every day and some of my stories and some of my other social media channels. So with that being said, I was just thinking about if we could think that something bad is going to happen, then we can think that something good is going to happen, right? Like if we have enough energy to put into all the possibilities of what could go wrong, we have the same energy to put into it all the possibilities of what could go right, right? So I got to lay down and rest, put my legs up, and just take a break from or let go of what I was doing that caused probably more stress on my body or my legs or whatever. So those are some of the benefits, some of the fun things that I enjoy doing, some of the sacrifices that I was willing to make. But today was my follow-up day, and I was just thinking where I was in the lobby waiting, like, I'm not worried about anything. It's just so much fun right now in my life. I'm enjoying so many things about my life. So just talking to my family, one of the things I say and believe, like, listen, I'm living my life. Like, I don't have one of those stories where, dang, if something happened to me, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, or so much stuff I want to do. Like, listen, I'm doing everything I want to do. I'm doing everything I want to do. It's probably not at the intensity or velocity or whatever, but I'm telling you, all my dreams that are written down and they're somehow an active building or rotation or something. Like, really, I want to do a podcast, I'm doing it at the capacity at which I could do it. I ain't dropping myself crazy about it. I'm doing it. A lot of people want to be in this position. I'm an entrepreneur. I own my businesses. I own a nonprofit. I'm doing what I love to do. I love talking to people. I love helping people and coaching women. I'm doing what I want to do. I love relationships. I love people. I'm loving who I want to love. You know what I mean? And I tell them, you know what I mean? I'm doing what I want to do. So because of that, I just don't have a lot of fear, and I don't have a lot of, regrets or woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'm doing everything that I want to do. So some of my questions I even ask to my clients is, are you doing what you want to do? Like, are you happy? Is the decisions that you making today and every day of your life, are those the decisions that you want to do? Are those decisions extensions of your happiness? Right? It shouldn't take, or we shouldn't wait for something to happen or some type of diagnosis like a blood clot to be looking at these things like, oh my God, I got to reevaluate my life because now I may have I may die. So now I need to look at it different. No, every day I'm making decisions to do what I want to do. I drive my kids to school every day. I'm in love with that. I'm in love with getting up and talking to them and having these conversations, man. I've learned so much. I know these people. And I would, and I'm not saying that the kids walking to school or being bused to school or whatever is a disadvantage, but I just have an advantage with my participation in their everyday life that way. We're quiet people in the house, and everyone likes being quiet, and they're all in their spaces. So when we together for that ride in the morning, they talk a lot. They're more expressive. They share things. And that's an opportunity for me. A lot of the things that may be burdensome for some or overwhelming to some are opportunities for me. The way I look at life and my perspective, even if I get into it with somebody, I do the same thing like, we have an opportunity to talk about something and even try to look at why this came up. Why did we feel that way? Why did we react that way towards each other? Those are opportunities, right? But I'm realizing that I'm like that, and other people that I know, is because what we've decided is to take responsibility for our lives, right? Like, I take responsibility for my life. So showing up in different spaces that I can't control what happens with this situation. But I can control how I respond to it. I can control how I feel. I can control whatever I can control, and I'm good with that. I don't have to control everything, and it took time to get to that place. It took time to get to that place. It took a lot. All right, because we want what we want outside of the parameters that we can control, right? We want that. We do that. I still do sometimes, but I'm getting better and better every day. So with today's appointment, I had the same lady that I had met in the emergency room, and she's such a joy. And she was like, and they couldn't find me. I was in a gift shop messing around. And she was like, I knew it was you. You're the only one that caused trouble. And, I was like, you know how I am. I'm a troublemaker anyway. And did you see that stuff in that gift shop? So we get to the place or the location, and she does the little test. And she said, why are you here? And I'm like, they said I got this stupid thing in my leg. And she was like, Domonique, there's nothing in your leg. It's just a little bitty bump there. I was like, what you talking about? She said, I told them that it's an old blood clot, but it has fused with it fused with my, what is it? The vein. And so it's flat. It's risen just a little bit, but it's nothing to worry about. And she was like, I wouldn't even be back here wasting my day. You ain't making no money laying here. And I was just like, oh, really? Listen to her. She literally told me There's nothing wrong with your leg. That thing is old. So my mind was like, I could have died all this time. It's old, like, and she said years old. So I've just been moving on with my life, doing what I do, making my moves with the possibility of this thing dislodging over the years and doing something, and it never did. It's on chill mode. In fact, it was like, you know what? We just gonna become one. We just gonna become one and line up to your happiness. We just gonna line up with what you've declared over yourself. We just gonna line up to it. I know what I was sent to do. I know the possibility. I can destroy you, girl, take you out. I know I can do all that. But you know what? We changed our mind. We like it here. And we like you. And we just gonna fall back in the background. We just gonna fall back in the background and be in cohesion. So, man, I love it here. I love my happiness. I love being happy. And I love that I have the power to infect even the blood clot, right? I love that I have the power to infect people with that, or situations, or, even the most tragic possibilities that can happen can be affected by that, by my stance, my the way I view life, how everything is affected by that. And I'm just getting better and better and better. So if I have something for you to take away today, the whole message, right? But sometimes things are presented in our lives we have no control over, but don't change. Like your happiness, your love, or all these good things about you. And I'm just really here to testify, give a testimony that, all things really work together. Like the opportunity for something bad to change when it enters my ecosystem, or when I enter the room, that's a high possibility as well. Don't rule out those possibilities. Don't rule that out. And don't take on no one else's fear, other people's stories of what bad thing happened to them. You can change that. It don't have to be that for you. Like, write your story. I'm writing mine, and that's happiness. And if something did happen to me, my friends can say, man, that girl was happy. Like, I'm stupid. My mind is, I'm in a casket, and make sure I add that to my wheel. You better make sure y'all stitch my mouth up like the like a clown, you know what I mean? Like, but no, yeah, because it's the joy. It's the joy. It's the infectious joy that I want to leave behind. And that's what I want to be remembered for. Like, that girl was happy, and every time she came around, she talked a lot, but she always had something good to say. You know what I'm saying? So I love y'all. I really do. I love y'all. And I hope that this podcast really is doing what it's supposed to do. And this YouTube channel is doing what it's supposed to do, with me showing up in this space and sharing my life and my love. So be smart about your life. Bye.